It's been years since I've watched Dragon Ball GT, so I decided to revisit the saga that I enjoyed the most, the Shadow Dragons arc. This arc stood out to me back then for its unique concepts, sense of adventure, the iconic villains, the awe-inspiring fusion techniques, and the beautiful ending that wrapped up the Dragon Ball story at the time. Back when GT aired, it was undoubtedly my favorite saga. But does it hold up to this day, and with all the new lore and concepts modern Dragon Ball has to offer? The Shadow Dragons Saga picks up right after the defeat of Super 17, as the gang gathers the Dragon Balls only to find a crack in them. When they summon Shenron, a blue dragon appears instead, soon revealing itself to be evil. It swallows the Dragon Balls before scattering them worldwide as sinister beings, a great concept about the consequences of overusing the Dragon Balls. Gaslit into believing this is his fault, Goku sets out to track the evil dragons, followed by Pan and Giru, who end up tagging along. They stumble upon some people who point to the first dragon who spawned in the lake, the two-star dragon. The first Shadow Dragon has a frog-like design that really shows just how goofy this guy is. Pan quickly attacks him, but finds he's not very strong at first, even comically jumping around after a rock lands on his foot. The early fight depicts him as a joke, contrasting with the greater threat the Shadow Dragons will become. After a while, Pan and the dragon fight more seriously, with Goku trying to understand how he's so weak yet able to withstand their attacks. Eventually, the dragon starts dodging, blocking and striking them, leading them to realize he's not getting stronger, but they're getting weaker due to his power-draining abilities, reminding me of the gimmicks in early Dragon Ball tournaments. Having seen this saga as a kid, I remember a dragon that weakened people, so I tried guessing which one it would be before this reveal. I didn't expect it to be the very first dragon, making for a fun surprise. I only really recall maybe 3 dragons' powers, so the rest of the arc will still have surprises in store upon rewatching it. But we also learn this dragon was born from the wish to revive Appa's father. Beaten down by the power drain, Goku and Pan get tossed into the polluted lake, only for Giru to drag them into a freshwater spring below. I found this part amusing, seeing Pan and Goku casually opening their mouths and staying underwater for a good amount of time without signs of drowning before the spring is revealed. Goku blasts the spring to flood the lake with more fresh water. This proves successful, restoring their power. Both fire Kamehamehas to defeat the dragon and take back the restored Dragon Ball, now healed and orange again. After defeating the first dragon, Goku and Pan head to the next location, a recently abandoned city. As Pan tries to get a drink, we see signs of the new dragon, a blob of electrified slime covering the city. The dragon himself soon appears, and I recall not enjoying his storyline much as a kid, so it'll be interesting to see if that changes on rewatch. His introduction is humorous like the first dragon, exclaiming he's the strongest despite being quite small initially. He calls his slime to electrocute Goku and Pan, though obviously not killing them. He then merges with the slime, becoming a giant version with his real body inside, similar to the Susanoo technique in Naruto. He reveals this dragon was born from Goku's resurrection wish in the Saiyan saga. The fight begins with the dragon firing beams while they dodge until Goku hits him but gets electrocuted. Surprisingly, this sends Goku crashing into a building, where he re-emerges as Super Saiyan 4. I gotta say, I miss when this form was canon. Seeing it after all these years was an amazing nostalgic moment for me. However, I do recall disliking that Goku doesn't easily overpower the dragon as a Super Saiyan 4. He reverts to kid form as the dragon absorbs more electricity to grow bigger, soon grabbing both Goku and Pan. Just as he's about to win, it starts raining, leading to the electric dragon's demise. Goku and Pan retrieve the restored 5-star ball after narrowly avoiding a last slime attack. I did enjoy this episode a lot more than I did when I was a kid due to the fun battle and seeing Super Saiyan 4, but I can see how this episode would annoy me watching it weekly. With 2 dragons down, Goku and Pan come across a small village where fish are mysteriously falling from the sky. The townspeople love it, but one suspicious kid gives them a backstory. Giru reveals the town's princess is actually the dragon. She reluctantly admits she was born from Oolong's wish for women's underwear, giving Goku a laugh. The fight begins with neither Goku nor Pan able to land a hit, until the dragon lands a blow that strips Goku's clothes. After redressing, she reveals her true monstrous form before reverting back. The battle goes back and forth until her speed overwhelms Goku, backing him against a cliff. In a moment I couldn't believe, Pan releases a bird that somehow bypasses the dragon's wind to strike her weak point, the Dragon Ball itself. Realizing this, Pan fires a Kamehameha, exposing the dragon's true form again. Goku adds a blast of his own, defeating her. Searching for the next dragon, Giru detects it's below them. Pan yells at Giru for being wrong until the mole-like dragon emerges, causing earthquakes with his digging. Goku tries insulting him to provoke a fight while Pan shoots blasts, but neither works. The dragon heads towards a city, causing destruction. Goku and Pan save citizens, making the dragon angry they protected the city. He reveals he was born from the wish to revive Majin Vegeta's victims. The dragon then starts to shoot beams into the ground, directing his attacks at Goku and Pan as they dodge. They stand on his head, causing the dragon to hit himself, exposing the Dragon Ball. Pan catches it but is absorbed, powering up the monster. Refusing to fight now, the dragon destroys the city with blasts. As Goku envisions Pan urging him on, he powers up to Super Saiyan 4, dominating the battle along with trash-talking the dragon. However, with Pan still inside, Goku can't finish him off. The dragon gains the upper hand, hitting Goku with his own Kamehameha. This part was weird to me, but Pan emerges from the dragon's stomach to wake Goku up after that attack, who pulls her out, reverting the dragon. Goku unleashes attacks, finishing with a Kamehameha to defeat the dragon and regain the Dragon Ball. Now, the saga picks up for me in quality here as Goku and Pan search an abandoned desert city for the next dragon. Pan notices the sun growing, but it's revealed to be Nova Shenron, my second favorite dragon with an awesome design. He knocks out Pan and surprisingly spares her when Goku tries saving her. That's what I like about him. Besides his design, he's the only dragon that seems to have a bit of morals and that's not purely evil. Nova reveals that he was born from King Piccolo's youth wish. The fight begins defensively with Goku hiding in a store while Nova hunts him, making for some ominous moments. Later, Goku cleverly uses the drain for hit-and-run attacks until Nova transforms into a golden, deeper-voiced form. Goku responds as Super Saiyan 4 for round 2. Before we see their fight, it cuts to Vegeta preparing to assist Goku. After Vegeta starts to think about the past for like an entire episode, Bulma suggests staying to help him become Super Saiyan 4 or even 5, a cool concept and nice to see it mentioned in the show. Back to the fight, Goku and Nova trade blows, culminating in Goku using a mirror to outmaneuver Nova. Honoring Nova's mercy towards Pan, Goku spares him. They fly back up and are prepared to start fighting again until Nova's brother Ice appears, freezing Goku's limbs before beating him. When Ice tells Nova to finish Goku, Nova's heat thaws him instead, freeing an angry Goku. Goku vows to win in 5 seconds, and it looks like he will until Ice uses Pan as a shield and eventually freezes Goku again. This time it doesn't work, and Goku escapes.
Like my ice ray, it's supposed to be an impenetrable beam.
You can't use the same move on me twice. My body remembers and compensates the next round.
That's ridiculous!
What's ridiculous is the creature that doesn't believe in respect. There are certain things you don't do, certain things that are understood.
I honestly love this Goku moment. This moment really shows how much more mature Goku is at this point. Although his merciful nature enables Ice to blind Goku, Goku using his other senses punches a hole in Ice and launches a massive Dragon Fist at him. This move is one of my favorite attacks by Goku and should definitely be canon at some point. After defeating Ice, Nova gives Goku an antidote for his blindness, but it's destroyed before use, injuring Nova. This brings the final dragon, Omega Shenron, who's also my favorite. He attacks Goku, but Nova sacrifices himself, saving him. Both Goku and Omega power up and fight, but Omega completely overpowers Goku, though Goku does land one surprise hit from a roller coaster. Omega leaves Goku dangling from a building and barely alive, trying to impale him before the gang rescues Goku. I like how everyone is here witnessing the final bout in the series. For me, it adds just a bit more to the fight. Gohan notes a great fighter knows the odds, saying their only chance is donating energy to Goku. To me, this shows how much of a warrior Gohan has become, while also showing his maturity and faith in Goku. The gang powers up Goku and eventually gets him back to full strength plus more. Now strengthened, Goku overwhelms Omega pretty effortlessly, leading to him getting desperate. He decides to eat the Dragon Balls for more power. The climactic battle begins between a powered-up Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Omega Shenron with the might of the Dragon Balls. Omega unleashes a furious blast that blows away Goku's friends, but we get a great line from Goku here.
Now all we need is a dead body, and I can assure you that after all of this is over, I'll give you a nice burial.
You misunderstand me. This is your grave for your funeral and your burial.
Omega starts utilizing the abilities of the other Shadow Dragons to gain an advantage over Goku. He's able to push Super Saiyan 4 Goku back by absorbing electricity to boost his strength, using ice attacks to freeze Goku in place, and more. He puts Goku on the back foot, but here we get one of my favorite lines in GT.
This is the day you die, Goku.
If I had a zenny for each time I heard that. You know, you're not the first one to try that line on me, but you just might be the last.
That line is actually cold, but Goku, gaining his eyesight back, tries to trick Omega into believing he doesn't by acting like he doesn't know where he is. Omega falls for it, leading to Goku firing a Kamehameha and flying straight through it with another Dragon Fist, almost killing him. However, because he has all the dragon's abilities, he's able to regenerate using the blob of slime. He blows everyone back with his wind and proceeds to hit all of them in the air, even Hercule, and he didn't do anything to deserve it. Desperate to turn the tables, Goku tries to grab Omega and self-destruct in a blast like Vegeta did against Majin Buu. But at the last moment, Vegeta arrives to stop Goku, telling him that tactic won't work on Omega. Instead, Vegeta reveals his plan to achieve Super Saiyan 4 with Bulma's Blitz Wave device. To Goku's shock, Vegeta transforms into a great ape and goes on a rampage until recognizing Goku. Regaining control, Vegeta ascends to the incredible Super Saiyan 4 form. His design might even top Goku's. They power up together, which reminded me of Goku and Vegeta powering in the Granola arc in the manga. But even with their combined Super Saiyan 4 might, Vegeta tells Goku fusion is needed to defeat Omega. Fighting Omega separately now would certainly lead to their deaths against his overwhelming power. With the Z-Fighters buying time, Goku and Vegeta finally fuse into the unstoppable Gogeta. Moving faster than we the audience can see at times, Gogeta dominates Omega Shenron while taunting and playing around with his outmatched foe, even going as far as to shoot confetti at Omega as a joke. Although Gogeta is a separate being from Goku and Vegeta, they definitely deserve what they get once they defuse. Anyways, Omega desperately launches a minus energy power ball to destroy Earth, but Gogeta kicks it into space, purifying it with his positive energy and removing the world's negative energy. Deciding to end things, Gogeta fires a Big Bang Kamehameha that forces Omega to eject the absorbed Dragon Balls. Before landing the finishing blow, Gogeta defuses, allowing Omega to reclaim the Dragon Balls except for the 4-star ball that Goku grabs. To keep it from Omega, Goku swallows the 4-star ball. The two continue fighting as Goku and Vegeta hope to buy time to fuse again with diversionary tactics. Finally, a plan works, and they attempt fusion once more, but it fails. Sensing Goku's drained energy, Omega dares them to try again. They do, but this time Goku reverts to his child form mid-fusion. Failing to give up, Goku declares that as long as he's alive, he won't give up. As he's saying this, a Dragon Ball appears from his forehead. As everyone is in shock, Nova Shenron emerges from the 4-star ball, knocking away Omega's blast. He claims he will handle the two Saiyans himself, but Vegeta realizes Nova is holding back his true power. This is confirmed when Nova and Goku both turn to blast Omega in unison. Apparently, being inside Goku purified Nova's shenron and turned his negative energy positive. Nova grabs Omega and traps him within a massive fireball, seemingly destroying the Shadow Dragon for good. However, it's revealed that Omega desperately forced the other 6 Dragon Balls into Nova's body, allowing Omega to survive the intense heat that would have incinerated him otherwise. Omega Shenron re-emerges from Nova's destroyed body, and the stakes are now higher than ever before. The Kais ominously explain that if Omega Shenron wins here, his overwhelming negative energy will not just destroy Earth, but will propagate throughout the entire galaxy, bringing catastrophe on a massive scale. Making matters exponentially worse, Vegeta has become so exhausted that he drops out of his Super Saiyan 4 form entirely, reverting to his normal state. With both warriors drained and Omega still in possession of the Dragon Ball's power, Goku and Vegeta are completely overwhelmed.
Hey, Vegeta,
What now?
did you see how hard he hit me?
No, I guess I didn't, because I was getting smacked around myself, if you recall.
In an attempt to end them for good, Omega Shenron charges up a minus energy ball meant to obliterate the Earth. Vegeta tries to intervene, but Goku pushes him aside, willing to sacrifice himself to stop the blast from killing Earth. As the negative energy nearly swallows him whole, Goku desperately wishes that this attack will not destroy Earth, and that one way or another, they will find a way to survive and thrive without relying on the Dragon Balls ever again. But Omega pours more power into the minus energy ball, finally overwhelming Goku entirely. The catastrophic blast impacts Earth, creating a massive crater and beginning to flood the planet with Omega's pure negative energy. Around the globe, apocalyptic natural disasters rock every continent as Omega's influence spreads. Watching the world fall into chaos, Vegeta is left to grapple with having yet another planet and home destroyed after failing to stop a great evil, just as he couldn't save planet Vegeta from Frieza. In a solemn moment, Vegeta tells the others to board Bulma's spaceship for their safety, while Vegeta stays behind alone to attempt to stop Omega's apocalypse, even if it costs him his life. He tells Trunks, Goten, and Gohan that if he fails, it will be up to them to defeat Omega Shenron and avenge their world someday. This moment was perfect to me even upon rewatching it. Vegeta's family and friends reluctantly fly away, but Gohan, Trunks, and Goten ultimately turn back, unwilling to let Vegeta face Omega's wrath alone. They fly to his side as the others continue to escape. Together, the 4 Saiyans stand together for one last stand, powering up to Super Saiyan in a desperate offensive. But even their combined effort proves futile against the power Omega wields through the Dragon Balls. The already injured Vegeta gets the worst of the assault, in a brutal moment that has been permanently etched in my mind, just like when Frieza impaled Krillin years earlier. Omega stabs Vegeta clean with a spike, then sadistically electrocutes him. All 4 warriors are left broken and unable to fight on. Badly injured but not ready to give up with the whole universe on the line, Vegeta tries to rally the last of his energy for one final attack. Crying out, "This is for you, Kakarot!" But Omega effortlessly swats him off the cliffside, seemingly sealing the Earth's fate. As Omega Shenron celebrates his impending victory, Vegeta defiantly tells him he hasn't won yet, just as Goku comes back up from the crater with a colossal spirit bomb formed from energy gathered across the entire universe. In this critical moment, Goku hurls the universal spirit bomb directly at Omega Shenron, completely disintegrating the ultimate Shadow Dragon and purging the planet of his overwhelming negative energy in one spectacular burst. With the Dragon Balls and Earth restored, Goku collapses unconscious from his efforts as Shenron himself emerges without even being summoned. The final episode provides emotional closure to GT. Goku is awakened by Shenron, who explains the Shadow Dragons emerged due to Dragon Ball overuse. As one last wish before his long departure, Shenron agrees to revive all those killed during Hell's escape and by the Shadow Dragon's destruction. Goku smiles and hops onto Shenron's back, entrusting the protection of Earth to Vegeta and all his friends and family. The two take to the skies, soaring over the planet, as Goku spots former allies like Tien and Yamcha one last time among the clouds. Goku asks Shenron for one small favor, to visit some old friends before they leave Earth. We see an older Krillin and Master Roshi as Goku and Krillin reminisce on their adventures. To cheer Krillin up, Goku lets his old friend land a surprise punch on him, but when Krillin turns around, Goku has already disappeared, leaving Krillin confused, but Roshi accepting of Goku's apparent intentions. Goku next visits the underworld, finding Piccolo still trapped in hell. He shakes Piccolo's hand and promises he'll leave someday. Back on Earth, a shocked Pan discovers Goku's abandoned, empty clothes on the ground as the wind blows, with Vegeta telling her to take good care of them. As Goku rests on Shenron, the Dragon Balls seem to absorb into his body one by one. Years later, Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr., descendants of the iconic heroes, battle as Super Saiyans in a martial arts tournament, observed by an elderly Pan. But suddenly, Pan spots a glimpse of Goku in the crowd. Before Pan can react, Goku vanishes once more after warmly reminiscing on his past adventures, concluding Dragon Ball's story. The Shadow Dragons Saga represents the culmination of Dragon Ball's exploration of power's consequences, as the Dragon Ball's overuse finally backfires. This saga is filled with great character moments, solidly wrapping up many key players' stories. While not perfect, the Shadow Dragons arc is undoubtedly a standout in GT. On revisiting it years later, I still found the saga to be an enjoyable, memorable finale filled with imaginative concepts and high-stakes action. It encapsulates core themes that have defined Dragon Ball while delivering emotional, character-driven storylines for Goku, Vegeta, and others that provide satisfying closure. Though divisive, I had a lot of fun rewatching this climactic GT story arc. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out my other Dragon Ball videos. See you there!